Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Shah. I'm from Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. I have a PhD in pharmacology, and I'm here to speak to you today about a brand new drug that we are looking into called Lisagor. We are here to ask for your funding help in research for this drug's development. So, imagine a scenario where you're an eager high school student ready to attend new student orientation and not able to go because you're too afraid of attending any of the events, or being in your third year at this school and constantly skipping class because the thought of a 200-person lecture terrifies you. And then think about way down the line having to forego a sentimental graduation activity when it finally rolls around because the thought of all the professors, staff, and parents in a maze of foldable chairs scares you in your own home. This disorder is called agoraphobia. It's an anxiety disorder where people fear public places and areas that make them feel trapped. Usually it develops as a complication of panic disorder, and it's normally treated with antidepressant medications such as SSRIs. What we want to do is introduce to you Lisagor, which is a revolutionary take on a hallucinogenic compound that helps you live your life. The components of this drug are a chemically altered form of LSD, as well as ketensarin. LSD is a lysergic acid diethylamide, and ketensarin is a serotonin 5-HT2 receptor antagonist. The purpose of this drug is basically to combat the anxiety that accompanies and fuels agoraphobia. We want to move away from prescribing SSRIs that are addictive and very hard to come off of, and prescribe a drug that is easy to take to combat anxiety. So, history of LSD. The discovery of LSD happened in the 1940s in a laboratory setting, and clinical work began with the compound, and it was prescribed for actual use by doctors, and then it was banned because it became an abuse drug in recreational settings. And clinical work on LSD has been revisited recently, so we want to take LSD and manipulate it in a way that can be used safely for anti-anxiety purposes. Our product would be stripped of any hallucinogenic effects, made safe and appealing via dosing mechanism and drug design, and it would also overcome the negative connotation that LSD is known as a street drug. So how does it work exactly? So serotonin and anxiety. Serotonin is a drug. It makes you feel good. It's a neurotransmitter. It makes you feel good. It elicits the feelings of, well-being, feeling happy. And the way this happens is that its uptake is blocked in the synaptic space. And when this neurotransmitter is blocked, it stays available for usage more quickly. And how current SSRIs work are they block the serotonin receptors, therefore allowing for serotonin to remain in the space and therefore keep a person happier for a longer time. What we want to do is look into LSD. So LSD is a non-specific serotonin receptor binder. So basically what it does the same thing as SSRIs. It binds to serotonin receptors and blocks serotonin from being able to be brought back up and reuptaken. And diethylamide is a side chain of LSD that we want to eliminate any psychedelic effects that the drug may have. This is a schematic here of basically the receptor complex and how LSD would bind, therefore allowing serotonin to remain in the synaptic cleft. So how does it work? So ketensarin is the second component of this drug. It is an antagonist of the 5-HT2 receptor / LSD complex. So basically what it does, it inactivates this LSD complex and allows for serotonin to be reuptaken by its respective receptors. So what we would do in our drug formulation is to put together LSD and ketensarin in a capsule. Basically, we would allow LSD to be absorbed quickly, coat the capsule, and then inside the capsule, the gel capsule, there would be ketensarin, which is the inhibitor of this complex. Therefore, there's a gradual reuptake of serotonin and a gradual come down. So basically, the LSD effects would last for the first 30 to 60 minutes, no hallucinogenic effects, but it does come with all the positive serotonin. And then inhibiting this complex would allow serotonin to be brought back up into the receptors. So the pharmacokinetic benefits and other advantages of Lisagor, which we're here to pitch to you. There's convenience. It can be taken as needed. If you're feeling like you have an anxiety attack coming on, you can take this, and there's no schedule like SSRI, so you're free to take this whenever you want. There's other ADME aspects of LSD and ketensarin, which basically is the absorption, distribution, metabolism, and the elimination that we look into. And elimination rates are almost identical for both drugs, which is great for us. There's no dependency, so hallucinogenics are like the least effective of all drugs, which is great for us. And the larger sociological impact of this potential drug would be that it helps to differentiate between anxiety and depression. We want people who are anxious to think that they are not depressed. And this project also helps to bring LSD back into clinical use. There are some warnings, obviously not to be taken with antidepressant medications. Also, ketensarin is a vasodilator, which are other things we would have to market, and appropriate dosing and timing is crucial. Future expansions include getting more control over this drug, studying the long-term effects, but we are very confident that this drug will help out with any anxiety problems and help differentiate it from depression. Thank you very much. Are there any questions?